Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. My name is Fabio Palvelli. I'm a 3D artist and every week I share a little bit of my life on video as well as tips and tricks on how to be a better designer. So, my watch says that it's the 24th of December, which makes Christmas Eve. In Italy we celebrate Christmas on the 25th, so I wanted to take a little bit of time to kind of make another video. First of all, to wish you Merry Christmas to everybody who's been following me and who has been supporting me and my channel with my activities and the D2 conference and all that stuff. And also because there was a topic that I wanted to discuss for a very long time, but I never really had the chance. Now I think I do have the chance, so why not? So basically there was a thread that I saw a while ago posted in a group on Facebook. The group manager is Vasilis Kutlis. I think I'm pronouncing that right. If you're on Facebook, it's definitely worth checking it out because it's a very active and very well curated group for 3D artists. But anyway, I can't remember precisely what the thread was about. Something about pricing and renderings. I think it was about if quick renderings of like products or low quality images, kind of like work in progress images, should cost the same as high-end images. Something like that. And I remember that it started a discussion that, of course, as always on Facebook, it escalated very quickly. People starting to shit on each other for having opposing opinions, who said that renderings should always have the same price and absolutely no discount policy. Someone said that renderings should cost at least $1,000 per image, something like that, no matter the content of the project. A lot of different opinions, some that I kind of agreed with, some were half-truth, some others things were totally wrong. This is not the first time that I see artists discussing this stuff online, and I think it's really cool. But anyway, somebody asked a very valid question. Should all renderings be priced the same? That is a simple yet very important and relevant question, I think. I personally don't think I've ever addressed that question directly. So, for example, should a rendering for a small house have the same price of a rendering for a skyscraper? Should an image for, say, a small piece of jewelry like a ring, should it cost the same as an image of another product like a TV or a radio? Now, I'll tell you what I think and why, and then please, let's have a constructive discussion. Leave your comments, let me know what you think. So are you ready? Here it comes. I think that making images and pricing images should be a process that it's continuously optimized to fit your client's needs, whilst of course allowing your business to thrive and not lose money in the process. Does that make sense? This means that each single project that comes your way needs to be treated differently. Every time that you talk to a potential lead, you need to optimize your offer and communicate clearly with your customers. Why communicate clearly? Well, you need to understand what your client is after, both in terms of value and quality. And you do this through a proactive and effective communication. Very often, for example, artists receive a request for a quote via email. Hi, we're looking for 2 images, this is the camera angle, this is the 3D model, let us know the price. So the artist just sends a number back without any further interaction. When you do this, you automatically position yourself as a person that makes images and nothing else. And when you do this, you automatically lose control over the project. Instead, what you must do, you need to start talking to your client. Ask them about the scope of the project. What do they have in mind? What is that they're looking for? What is the monetary goal of their design? What is it that they're trying to gain from your work? Sometimes clients might be looking for quick work, therefore they might have less money. Sometimes it's the opposite. They might need really good work and they're willing to pay for it. Some other times you need to convince your clients to spend more money so that they can actually achieve their goal. Problem is, you don't know until you ask. But anyway, in any case, you always need to understand what your client budget is, just to make sure that it fits your economic needs. You simply cannot work on a commercial project that does not allow you to make any money, and you should not give your client a higher value that they don't want to pay for. And this is often the case. Clients want a Ferrari for the price of a Fiat. This is really frustrating, but at the same time, I think it is your responsibility as a designer to guide them and make them understand what's possible and what is not. Some clients you'll be able to convince, some clients you will lose. It's part of the game. Thing is that works also for the higher end part of the market. Some clients might come to you with a very high-end project. They will ask you to bid on it and you will lose it because your monetary offer will be too low. That's one thing that artists often fail to understand. Price is perceived as quality insurance. You might be very skilled at what you do, but if you price yourself really low, you'll always be considered a low-end artist. Plain and simple. So no, I don't think the renderings should all have the same price. It's madness even to think about it. Having an average base price for an image can give you a rough indication of how you can price your work. If your base image costs X, it would be crazy to lower all additional images to a tenth of that price. It automatically devalues the price for the single image that you can produce. And we as designers should understand value better than our clients. And we should be aware of the fact that there is a substantial difference if my client is trying to use my work as a tool to earn $1,000 or if he's trying to use my work to earn $1 million. The more value you can add to your client with your work, the more you should be paid for it. It makes total sense. At the same time, the more your client is willing to pay, the more you should be able to offer. That's a two-way street. In the past, I'm sure that I must have had very different opinions about pricing my work. That was because of my lack of experience, but over time, I've learned a lot. I made a lot of mistakes that I sometimes still make, and that's why I think it's important to have an open conversation about this topic. Now, I want to end this video on another note. This is a question that I get often asked, especially by younger artists, but I think it's very relevant to this discussion, so I kind of wanted to put it in it. The question is, what do I do with clients that have very low budget projects and can only pay few $100s for marketing images? Actually, the answer is very simple. If they cannot afford it, then they simply cannot afford it. It's not your fault, and you should not think that it's your responsibility to lower your prices so that your client can get what they want at your expenses. And please, take this as a friendly advice. More often than not, clients that say that they cannot afford it, they can afford it. They're just trying to rip you off. So them. I hope this helps. As always, like this video, share it if you think it's useful, do not forget to subscribe, and I guess Merry Christmas? I hope I see you again before 2019. Cheers!